today we're making pecan squares.
Yum.
And it's so great because whether you're during the holidays, you got a crowd to please, you want to take something yummy, delicious to a friend's house, the wonderful thing about these pecan squares is that they're totally mobile and they feed a crowd. So let's get started.
Yeah.
We're going to start by making a really simple shortbread crust. And so Meg's going to be adding everything in. Yes, she is my Vanna today.
With our brand new Cuisinart, which we're so excited about.
It is really cool. Thank you, Alex, for my birthday present. So what we're going to do is add, this is 1 3/4 cup of an all-purpose flour. All right, so go ahead. We're going to just dump everything in. So we have 1 3/4 all-purpose flour. All-purpose means that it has everything included. We don't need to add the baking soda or the baking powder. All right, and then 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Just gives it that really yummy flavor. And then we have 1/3 cup powdered sugar, sweetens it a little bit. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then Meg is going to go ahead and pulse to blend all of the dry ingredients together. That looks good. So once that's all incorporated, all the flours are done, now you want to make sure that your 1.5 cups, which is a stick and a half, no, it's a stick and a half of butter needs to be chilled and cold. So take it out at the last minute, all right? Because this is what gives it the flake. So Meg's gonna go ahead and pulse, and I'm just gonna keep adding, and I just kind of cut them into little squares.
And are they chilled?
And you just keep pulsing, you don't stop pulsing.
Is the butter chilled?
Very chilled. Yeah. So what you wanna do is that when it looks like it's done, it looks like cornmeal. So the butter is, nice and incorporated. I'm just gonna look. Be very careful, you guys, with your, no, so we still have some butter in there that still needs to be,
You can see they're
to
not
be blended in.
yet.
You don't want the butter balls to be in there. So we're just gonna do it a little bit more. That looks great. Okay, so now we can tell that all of the butter's been nice and incorporated. So you're gonna take that off, move the machine away, and then...
So that's what you're looking for, to kind of all clump together.
Exactly, so it almost looks like it's turning into a ball of dough, but you don't want it to be a ball of dough. You still want it to be loose and ready to go into our prepared pan. So what we've done here, this is the best, Meg likes easy cleanup.
All about it.
Is that I've taken and sprayed the bottom of my glass Pyrex. This is a 9x13. Our oven has been preheating at 350 degrees. And then now all I'm gonna do is just take a little spray coconut oil and
You could also
spray
take just
it.
like melted coconut oil and wipe it down.
Totally, you can.
Awesome. And we're gonna put this in here.
And then you're just gonna put all of that, and make sure it gets all in, not on the outside. Yeah. And be real, here I have a thing for you. I have a little scraper.
Get all the dough.
Yes.
Because these are the nice crust of our squares.
Okay. So now all we're gonna do is I'm going to press this crust into the bottom of this pan, and it's like Play-Doh, you guys. It feels really good.
You still want to feel the butter, because that butter is going to give it that nice flaky crust. That's why you don't want to over incorporate it. You just want it to be nicely mixed together.
Yeah. And that's perfect. And then you just want to press it into all the corners. Make sure it's even around the whole thing. It kind of moves around a little bit, but that's okay. It just makes it easy to lift out at the end.
So that's the point of the parchment paper. It's unnecessary, but necessary if you want easy cleanup.
Yeah, totally. All right, so this is going into our preheated oven, 350 degrees, for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. What we're looking for is a light golden brown. While the crust is baking, we're gonna go ahead and make the topping. And this is the gooey, sticky yumminess. All right, and we've also kind of updoed it a little bit. So what we're adding...
Girl kitchen-fied it.
Yeah, I like that. What we're gonna put in the pan, so you kind of want a heavier pan, you guys.
This is a pot.
pot, thank you. We're taking and we're using coconut sugar today. Sometimes these recipes call for brown sugar, but we're going ahead and adding coconut sugar, and then we're going to add brown syrup, all right?
Because pecan squares typically call for a lot of sugar, and so this is something that's super nostalgic. Grandma Curry used to always make this for holidays.
She still does.
Birthdays. Like, my dad loves this pie. And it's so nice creating a less sugary version.
Well, so Meg, I really like that you're touching on this, because the reason is, first of all, we love our treats, but there's better for you versions of sugar. And so I want to tell them first what I just put in there. I totally forgot. So, because I'm really excited to share about the sugar. So in here is the 1 1/4 cup of the coconut sugar. There's a 1/2 cup of brown syrup. There's
Brown rice syrup.
Brown rice syrup.
Yes.
There's a 1/2 cup of coconut cream. And you can buy just straight out coconut cream.
The culinary cream in the Tetra Pak, or you can just skim it off
in
the
the
top
can.
of the can.
Yeah, and it actually measures out exactly a 1/2 cup, exactly what we need. And then this is a 1/2 stick of butter. Again, if you want to make it completely vegan, you can use just coconut oil or coconut butter as well. So I'm just going to stir this up, and it's making this like caramel sauce that is truly wonderful. So what I wanted to share with you is that you could use typical brown sugar versus coconut sugar. And what we learned is that, sugar is sugar. But around the holidays and stuff,
it's all broken down to the same stuff into your body.
It is. However, this is the deal about coconut sugar versus a brown sugar, is that it's all about the fructose. Our bodies don't make fructose, but we happen to have a lot of fructose in the foods that we eat. High fructose corn syrup is in a ton of processed foods.
Fruits have natural fructose.
Exactly. But the difference between the coconut sugar and the brown sugar is that regular cane sugar has 50% more fructose than coconut sugar, which is only 5 to 9%, which is awesome. And so it is a better for you. The other thing that we're using instead of corn syrup, because that's typical in pecan pies, is instead of corn syrup, we're using brown rice syrup, which is again another better for you form of sugar.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna let this cook down for about. Actually, it is, and it's all melting right now.
Awesome.
I'm gonna bring it to a boil and let it boil for about a minute. The topping is bubbling, and it's been bubbling for about almost 2 to 3 minutes. So now what we're gonna do is add 4 cups of chopped pecans, and they're all roughly chopped.
You can buy whole pecans and cut them yourself, put them in a little food processor, or you can buy them pre-chopped.
And then we're just gonna stir these in, let it cook for about another minute. It's so interesting, right? When you add all these nuts to it, it gets like super thick, which is really good. That's what we're looking for.
I think
Chewy
that's a
goodness.
good observation, since you just added 4 cups of nuts.
Well, it just, because it was all saucy, and then now it's just like this thick gooiness.
And this is what's gonna hold all of that together on top of our nice golden brown crust.
This is the pecan-y goodness. All right, so we'll just cook that for about a minute. The last ingredient that we're gonna add is the vanilla. It's 2 teaspoons, and we're just gonna stir it in at the end. I'm gonna turn off the heat now. Just stir this in.
It's looking nice and good.
So I'm just gonna let it cool for a second here, and then our pie crust should be ready. The crust is just like perfect, Meg. It's like awesome, perfect golden brown, just what we're looking for.
Been cooking in the oven for about 15 minutes.
Yes, check it, you guys, because everyone's oven is different. So, and it's fine to go ahead and we're gonna put the topping on the hot crust.
Well, everything's hot.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's fine. And then I'm just going to even it all out. Make sure that no crust is left without topping. So now the oven has been preheating. Well, it stayed heating, from the crust.
Yes.
And so we're just gonna put it in the oven again for 15-20 minutes. watch it. It's just till it's hot and bubbly so that the topping kind of melds in with the crust.
Love it.
Pecan squares!
Yes! Oh my goodness.
So this pan is a little different than the Pyrex pan that we were originally using, but we made these ahead. And you can actually make these a week in advance, you guys. Store them in a container.
A week?
A sealed, yes, a week.
Love it.
Because they just get chewier and better as they age, which is
Honestly,
amazing.
Keeping it clean, efficiency, that's all I'm about in the kitchen. And this is something amazing that you can make this a week ahead, especially when the holiday craziness. And just even like parties in general, you know, to have something checked off the list, so awesome.
It's great. And then the beauty is, check this out. It just lifts.
I love when you think of me.
Can you just like look at this? So, okay, so I'm gonna just cut this, like this.
And again, you can do little bite size, normal squares. Like I think like mini bites, it's so great having them on trays around a party. It's just such a great addition. And and switching up regular pecan pie.
Oh, it's good.
Remember that was,
Crowd pleaser.
drooling. Look, it's like almost, it's gotten like candy.
That's what it's, hello.
So when you're letting it, if you store it for a week, you store it in the fridge.
No, you don't have to store it in a fridge. Just an airtight container. You can wrap it. You can put wax paper or more parchment paper on the top.
Awesome.
But for this full recipe, you can go to currygirlskitchen.com. You can visit us on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe for more really yummy recipes like this every Wednesday in your inbox.
I hope you guys try these soon because, oh man,
Really good.
Pegs nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Love it.